So this is where my 10-month-old son has been sleeping most of his life, and it's about time to do a makeover. This room is very dark, so I decided to get creative and do a couple of simple furniture makeovers and of course some other things to brighten it up, pull it all together and just bring some life into it. I have put aside $100 for this project and I'm going to do my best to stay within that budget. This makeover is so easy and affordable that anyone can really do it, and yet I could not believe the transformation of this room. I will be trying things I've never done before myself in this video, like hanging pictures and filling the holes in the walls, and of course with the supervision of my husband this time. By the way, my name is Jenia and I like making real-life videos on house cleaning and organization, and of course an occasional makeover just like this one today. I have a husband, 2 kids and a cat. My 2 kids are a 2-year-old girl and a 10-month-old boy. If you like real-life cleaning videos as well as organization and home transformation videos, everything on a budget though, I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel for more videos. If I haven't mentioned, this room used to be my husband's home office, which is probably why it's so dark and serious, but we're going to change that. So we're gonna start with taking everything out of the room that doesn't belong in here anymore, but this dresser that I'm cleaning right now is going to have to stay because I like it and it's got a lot of drawers. It's just gonna go on the opposite wall. Also, of course, the crib is staying in the room and all the pictures and all the other furniture is going out of the room and being replaced with lighter furniture, which I'm going to do a makeover of, and I'm going to show you that part step by step. Of course, with my $100 budget, I'm not buying any new furniture. I'm gonna have to find something that we'll already have in the house, and I found a couple of shelves that were from Walmart from a very long time ago, and they're very dark, so I'm gonna have to paint them light cream color. Of course, as I keep buying things, I'm gonna tell you how much everything costs, but it was a little bit tricky for me to figure out what to include and what not to, because some things I already had on hand. For example, when I was painting my furniture, I ended up buying some ivory chalk paint, which I will be deducting from my $100 budget, but I also already had some green paint on hand, which I also used for the same project, but will not be counted as part of my budget. So I hope that's only fair if I include everything that I have spent on this project while doing it and not what I already have on hand. So as you can see, we just moved my husband just moved the dresser on the opposite side of the room, and the crib also went to the other side. I think it just makes more sense that way, and also now that all the pictures are off of the walls, it already feels much lighter and easier to breathe in the room. And here's the first piece of furniture I'm bringing into the room right now that I already did a makeover of, and I'm going to explain to you how I did that in just a second. But first, a look behind the crib at that wall. I don't know what got killed there, but I'm gonna have to clean that first. So I have a bunch of picture frames in the house that were given to me, but I haven't used them yet, and I will be for this project, but I also had a vision in my mind, so I had to buy 4 matching picture frames from the dollar store, as well as printing 4 black and white pictures at Walmart to match the frames. So here come the first $14 spent on this project. And here comes the husband with the second piece of furniture that is already painted. So now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna take you to my garage and just show you what I did to those shelves real quick. So this first piece I'm going to clean with some Dawn dishwashing soap and some vinegar, and then I'm going to sand it, even though you don't have to if you use chalk paint for painting, but I still prefer to sand if it's a laminate furniture. And also, I've only painted a couple of pieces of furniture in my life, so I'm not a professional, and if you have a little bit more experience in that area and you disagree with something that I'm doing, or you have an opinion, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what you think about that. This painting brush was a part of my birthday gift, and I bought this ivory chalk paint at Walmart. I used 2 of those cans for both shelves. So altogether it cost me $20, which of course I will be deducting from my $100 budget. So I'm gonna do 4 coats of that paint, and I'm gonna let it dry for at least 2 hours between the coats. I already had this stencil on hand and I think I got it from Hobby Lobby, but I'm sorry I don't remember. I will be using other stencils for this project and I will be including those in my description and of course deducting them from the budget. I learned when doing my stencils that it's extremely important not to paint from side to side when doing stenciling, but rather do a sort of dabbing motion with your stencil brush. And also the stencil brush has to have least amount of paint possible and as well be as dry as possible, not watery. Since it was chalk paint used on this shelf, chalk paint is normally protected with wax, and I used clear wax from Walmart and I already had some leftovers on hand, so that's what I'm using. So I'm gonna spread some wax on the shelf, not too much, not too little, and then wipe the extra with some cheesecloth. It's extremely important that it has to be a lint-free cloth. Okay, so the second piece of furniture is pretty much the same. It's black color laminate, which I'm gonna have to paint the same color chalk ivory paint, but I'm gonna use a spray gun, as you can see, which was given to me for my birthday. I did not sand that piece, so it was not a good idea to use a spray gun. I learned that one really fast, so after my first coat, I'm gonna switch to regular brush and paint the old-fashioned way, and that went much better. And then my about fourth coat I did with a roller, which I learned is the best way to paint that kind of piece of furniture with that kind of paint.
I'm a little bit naughty, I'm a little bit too consumed, but every part of my body is telling me to run away from you. Come a little bit closer, yeah, yeah. Come a little bit closer, yeah. You're a little bit crazy. It's been days, but you never change. What's love got to do with it? He comes around, better knock that stuff down. Come a little bit closer, yeah, yeah. Come a little bit closer, yeah. To all my ladies who got a brother that doesn't treat them right, put your finger right in his face and tell that man.
So now that we're back in the room, I will be taking all the nails left on the walls from all the pictures hanging out of the walls and filling the holes with some pink stuff that's called dried eggs, and this was my first time doing it.
You get mad every time you lose. You can't take me with you. I'm scared you're gonna blow your fuse. Come a little bit closer, yeah. I can really start over.
So I'm gonna leave this stuff to dry overnight, and then it's gonna turn from pink to white, and then I'm gonna sand it off the walls so it's gonna leave no mark on the walls.
Because you're scared and lonely, finally got some closure, yeah. I can finally start over, yeah. To all my ladies who got a brother that doesn't treat them right.
So we're gonna replace the blinds with some sun-blocking curtain, which I got from Amazon, and also some rods that we need for the curtain, top and bottom. And there goes another $25 spent on this project, and puts us to $66 spent so far on this project and $34 left. Ouch.
Your friend said that you left me. I'm glad that's what you believe.
Okay, we have a sort of a problem. So since we moved that black dresser, now all the wires that were behind it are now visible, and husband is sitting there doing something, I don't know. But we have a bunch of wires and a router that have no place, so I'm gonna have to get a shelf from Home Depot and put all that stuff with wires on that shelf. Now here's the shelf, but I want to, of course, paint it cream color. I don't want it gray.
Bye bye, bye bye.
And you see those gray marks on the wall? That's the pink stuff I used earlier to hide all the imperfections on the wall, so it's gonna be gone after I sand it. Now that the shelf is hung and you can see all the wires hanging off of the shelf, we're gonna have to come up with another solution. And it's going to be this cord cover for $15 from Home Depot. I love it, and it's very easy to use. It's adhesive, but it's, you know, pricey.
That's what I like about you. So dangerous. I get this rush when I'm with you. I go all in to lose or win. Real things up to knock 'em down. It's the way we keep our high moving like a hurricane. There will come a time for when we can wash away your sins, settle down, but until then, we're like a hurricane.
Okay, now that the cord problem is solved, thank God, thank my husband, actually, I'm going to hang those picture frames from the dollar store just like I envisioned in my head, and also some of the extra picture frames as well. I think that's like the third time I'm trying to clean up and wipe this piece of furniture. That's the thing about black furniture. You can see every single little piece of dust on it. That's kind of good, but it's also not very good. So it's time to add some accessories, and everything that I'm adding I already had obviously in our house, and at the same time I'm trying not to clutter the room with extra toys and stuff, because I'm trying to leave it as minimal as possible, because this room is mainly for sleeping. The baby is 10 months old, so he doesn't really have much, you know, science going on in there. So all of his toys as well as my daughter's toys are kept in one playroom so that they are not spread out all over the house. And right now we are cleaning up the wall from that pink stuff that was left earlier, and as I was doing it, I was thinking we still have $3 left in our budget, right? And so now that wall is empty above his crib, and we can't really hang a picture or anything, so just in case it falls on his head or something, it has to be something light. So I was thinking some kind of image, like decal image, would work, right? So I decided to go over budget. I'm sorry, I can talk about it forever, but I'm just gonna tell you, I decided to go over budget, and we are going to end up spending $110 on this project all together. Please forgive me, I think it still turned out the best it could. So we're quickly gonna put that monkey decal on the wall in just a second, and I think it was worth it.
Inside of you, just a bit of sugar to that horrid bitter. Maybe you taste different. Hold up, baby. I can sit beside you while you're going on about your simple life. Nothing left you thinking that maybe you're not different.
I really hope that you agree it was a good idea to add this little touch of monkeys above his crib and go $10 over our budget. But at least the room is now done, and I hope you enjoyed the final pictures of our makeover today.
Stepping on toes with these humble lacking everlasting ego.
I like that it turned out very calm, nice, neat, cozy, light, sort of bedroom style, but still with a good hint of a baby in here, you know. I got those little shelves 2 for $1 at the dollar store, and I loved them so much that I went back the next day, and of course they were out of them already. Well, you know how the dollar store works, I hope. I will attach a couple of videos of mine at the end of this one so that you can click on it to see my extreme organizing of my kids' playroom when I decided to take all of the toys in the house and place them all in one room and organize them there. And it turned out very simple and very beautiful. And another one of me completely reorganizing my part of the garage with all of my hobbies, arts and crafts with a bunch of DIY organizers. I really think you could pick up a couple of good ideas from those videos if you watch them. For now, I hope you enjoyed this one, and please don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content, and I hope to see you soon.